Today I decided we're gonna do something a little bit different. I hope you enjoy. I did a hunting trip 2 weeks ago. Now I live in a bunker. Truth be told, I've never been a big hunting guy. Call me a pussy or whatever, but I'm just not really good with guns. That's why when my friend called me, I felt like refusing it. Alex was a thrill seeker and loved to go hunting. It had been ages since we hung out, and he really wanted to reunite. The boys, to be honest, it had been a while since I hung out with my friends. Then it's not like I had a good excuse to refuse either. Then Alex had a really good way to convince people, usually by shining his blue eyes with a smile like he was a lost kitten. So by the end of Friday, me, Alex, and 2 other friends were already packing up for the trip. I'll call one of them Rory, and the other Jamie. Rory was a nice guy, with a shy demeanor, and was a real lightweight with alcohol. But Jamie was something else. To be honest, he kinda creeped me out, just a little. He was the type of kid who would put spiders and dead bugs in jars and showed them around, or always carried his dad's branding iron in a backpack. In hindsight, I have to thank him for being the weird kid. After a quick night of sleep, we went on the trip. I have to say, the time we spent together, just drinking beer, then shooting, then missing, at flying ducks, was probably the best time I ever had with them. But the problem started at night, when Alex decided to go exploring. Rory and Jamie wanted to stay back. Rory was cooking dinner, and Jamie was playing with that weird iron he always carried with him. So Alex and I went alone. The plains we were in led into a restricted access gate that blocked the path to the forest. We debated for a few seconds if we should really invade, but it seemed the thrill hunter in Alex won. So we ripped a hole in it with a machete. Then we passed through, deep into the forest. It was there that we found the light. There was a bright, green light that looked like it was taken straight out of a sci-fi movie. We couldn't see the origin of it. Most of the view was blocked by rose bushes and a few trees. Alex and I stared at it in pure disbelief for what seemed like hours. Then, something came out of those rose bushes. It was a woman, and she was so normal. That might be weird to you, but put yourself in our shoes. We were in the middle of the forest, in the dark, watching this green neon light that came out of nowhere. When suddenly, this random woman just appears. Long brown hair, green eyes, wearing a blue sweater and jeans. Not a single scratch mark from the bushes. We took a step back, and then she just stared at us, smiling, like a mannequin. "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Alex screamed. And the woman just kept looking into our souls. Then her smile widened, and she spoke. "Could stars do best to take us part? Or should we make suns brighter with our souls?" What she said made no sense. Then I remember wondering if she was having a stroke. She walked forward, grabbing Alex by the arm. "Shh. shine for us. Alex shoved her forward, and he ran. I quickly followed, not wanting to be left alone with the green light, nor the woman, for any more time. We ran by the gate, and back into our camp, where Jamie was now heating his branding iron. For fun, I assume. "What's the rush?" Rory asked, confused. He was already seated, and was eating from a plate of pork chops. "Something happened. There was this woman, and she was really weird. I think she was having a stroke," I explained. As Alex said and caught his breath. "And why did you run away?" Jamie had a good point. I have no idea why Alex ran. We should have helped her, right? Well, Alex panicked, I guess. When he ran, I followed him. As soon as we get cell service, we have to call an ambulance, I explained. Pacing around, Rory wasn't listening. I realized he was looking at Alex. "Are you alright, mate?" Rory asked. So I turned to see what he was looking at. Alex was shaking, like he was stuck in Antarctica with no clothes. He tried to speak, but only a raspy sound came out, like he strained his vocal cords. We started to hear snapping as his arms and legs started to move in weird ways. His blonde hair started growing out and became darker. His eyes changed into bright blue. Then suddenly, we weren't looking at Alex anymore. The snapping stopped, and the woman from before looked at us. She smiled. When she jumped in my direction, I had to think quick. I grabbed that stupid branding iron Jamie always carried around and shoved it in her face. She screamed as we heard sizzling noises. Then I hit her with the other side of it, and she fell to the ground. I screamed, "Get in the van now," and all three of us ran together into it. Thank God I drove us there. I don't know what we were gonna do if the keys were with Alex. We hit the road, leaving our camp behind, without even looking back. It's been 2 weeks since that happened. I haven't spoken with Rory or Jamie after that. Not once. Last week, I opened my window and looked into the street below. Then I saw it. She was wearing different clothes, but I recognized the mark the branding iron left around her eye. I don't think she saw me. She was alone at the bus stop, staring into nothing. After that, I packed my stuff and left for my parents' old home, which had a basement with a single door I blocked. I've been living off of canned food and water from the well, and I don't plan on ever leaving. I'm posting this as a warning. Maybe one day, you'll see a woman you've never, ever seen before, walking down the street. Maybe she'll open the door to the house of your significant other, or be the new cashier at your local supermarket. She'll stare at you with her bright green eyes. Maybe she'll just smile as she holds your hand. Maybe she'll touch your shoulder as you pass by. Maybe she'll start speaking, and you'll think she's having a stroke. Don't let this happen. Fuck societal norms. Hit her in the chest or in the face with a baseball bat. Then run away. Do not let her touch you.